Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Ozi vezimrat yad vayli lishua. Ozi vezimrat yad vayli lishua. Ozi, Ozi, vezimrat yad, vayli lishua. Ozi, vezimrat yad, vayli lishua. Ozi vezimrat yad, vayli lishua. Ozi vezimrat yad, vayli lishua. A new nigun.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. This week in our Torah, we read Shirat Hayam, the Song of the Sea. It's perhaps our most formative story as a people of our journey out of Egypt onto the shores of free land. And of course, we tell the story both now in our Torah cycle and in a couple of short months as Passover will arrive again and we'll read it from our Haggadah. So tonight, during our Shabbat celebration of music and of redemption, I invite you to think about what waters are you crossing through? What journeys have you been on over the course of this past year or even few weeks or few months? What do you want to cross through? What is your redemption? So think about that as we celebrate the joy of Shabbat tonight.
Shabbat Shalom and welcome to Anshe Emeth. My name is David Levine. My pronouns are he and him, and I'm so glad that you can be with us tonight to worship with us in our community. If you haven't noticed, if you're not in New Jersey or in the local area, it's pretty cold outside, and it's going to get colder this weekend. I'm very blessed to be in a home and a community that's filled with warmth, light, and food, and there are many among us who don't have that options in their life. I want you to think this weekend of how you can help a neighbor, a friend, a stranger in need, whether it be dropping off a bag of groceries in front of their door and ringing their doorbell and leaving a warm coat to someone on the street, anything that you can do. Maybe it's making a donation to Mazon or our own Elijah's Promise to help us feed those who are going hungry. As we enter this Shabbat, I'm so pleased to ask my friend Ginny Belowski to join us to light tonight's Shabbat candles. Ginny, Shabbat Shalom and Shabbat Shalom to all of you.
Shabbat Shalom.
See.
We don't see you. We don't see you, Jenny.
Start my video.
No, the camera's not facing you.
Got it. Hold on one second. Got it. Sorry.
Perfect.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own days, be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
Amen.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. We continue with Lechajo D on page 20. Please note we'll be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9 tonight.
Yara la 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 lecha dodi, yara la 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 likrat kala, yara la 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 penei Shabbat, penei Shabbat nekabela, yara la 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 lecha dodi, yara la 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 likrat kala. Ya la 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 la, penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor vezachor bedibor echad ishmianu el hamyuchad. Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, l'shem u'letiferet ve'litehila. Ya Ya la 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 lecha dodi. Ya la 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 likrat kala. Ya la 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 penei Shabbat. Penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat. Lechu v'nelcha. Ki mekor haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila ya Ya la 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 lecha dodi. Ya la 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 likrat kala. Ya la 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 penei Shabbat. Penei Shabbat nekabela.
Verse 5.
Hit'oreri. Orech kubiori uri shir daberi kevod Adonai alaich nigla. Ya la 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 lecha dodi. Ya la 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 likrat kala. Ya la 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 penei Shabbat. Penei Shabbat nekabela.
Please rise in body or spirits.
Boi v'shalom. Ateret bala, gam besimcha, uvtzola, toch emunei, am segula, boi chala. Penei Shabbat, Penei Shabbat nekabe. Ya la 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 lecha dodi. Ya la 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 likrat kala. Ya la 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 Penei Shabbat, Penei Shabbat nekabela.
We continue with Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkadal veyitkadash shemei Rabbah be'alma divrach hirutei ve'amlich malchutei b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayir chol beit Yisrael ba'agala ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא ויאמרו Amen.
We rise in body or spirit for Baruchu.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברכו את אדוני המבורך. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. Yai dai dai dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma poteach she'arim, uvidvuna meshane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umesader et hakochavim b'mishmorotehem barakia kirtzono, bore yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi layla, umavdil ben yom uven layla, Adonai tzavaot shemo. El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת. אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו, בשוכבנו ובקומנו, ובשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגד יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני,
Baruch shemo.
אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני, אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד, שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים אל אלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
Please join in. Yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai. Micha mocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora, nora, nora tehilot, osefele, osefele.
That's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. Adonai yimloch leolam vaed, leolam vaed. Adonai, Adonai yimloch leolam vaed, leolam vaed. Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours.
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים, השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים,
והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים.
ושמור צאתנו ובואנו
לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והעמידנו שומרנו לחיים. והעמידנו na 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 Adonai. Ananananana sfatai tiftach. Ananananana ufi agid tehilatecha. Ananananana Adonai. Ananananana sfatai tiftach. Ananananana ufi agid tehilatecha. Ananananana Adonai. Ananananana sfatai tiftach. Ananananana ufi agid tehilatecha. Ananananana Adonai. Ananananana sfatai tiftach. Ananananana ufi agid tehilatecha. Ananananana Adonai. Ananananana sfatai tiftach. Ananananana ufi agid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Ha'gibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We continue with a moment of personal prayer and reflection. Shalom, shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom, shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amen. Oseh shalom, shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'al kol Yisrael. Tonight, Cantor Stanton and Dave and myself are going to take you with us through a musical journey as the Red Sea parts, just as our ancestors did in this part of the Torah. Tonight is Shabbat B'Shalach, and we celebrate how far we've come and acknowledge how far we have yet to go. So using ancient and modern sources, some music, some chanting, some speech, together we will go along with ourselves and our mixed multitude out on the internet and celebrate our freedom and our ongoing journey to redemption.
We begin with the theme of redemption found in Shirat Hayam, starting with Az Yashir Moshe. Az Yashir Moshe Uvnei Yisrael et hashira hazod l'Adonai vayomeru le'mor Ashira l'Adonai ki ga'o ga'a sus verochvo rama vayam O ziv zimrat yah vayehi li lishua Ze Eli v'anvehu, Elohei avi va'arom amenhu. We have another version of this, which is found in the Sephardic community, as they westernized the harmony to that same redemption theme. Az yashir Moshe uvnei Yisrael et hashira hazot ladonai vayomeru leimor ashira ladonai ki ga'ogai sus verokvo ramavayam.
Of course, one of the main figures in our redemption story as we cross the sea is Miriam, the prophetess. And you'll be able to hear in a moment when Cantor Stanton chants the text about Miriam, the percussiveness of the words themselves. You can hear Miriam taking up her timbrel and shaking it, and the women beating the drums as they cross the sea. So listen for that percussiveness of the text in a moment. But first, a poem, the Song of Miriam by Rabbi Ruth Sohn. I, Miriam, stand at the sea and turn to face the desert, stretching endless and still. My eyes are dazzled, the sky brilliant blue, sunburst sands unyielding white. My hands turn to dove wings, my arms reach for the sky, and I want to sing the song rising within me. My mouth open, I stop. Where are the words? Where the melody? In a moment of panic, my eyes go blind. Can I take a step without knowing a destination? Will I falter? Will I fall? Will the ground sink away from under me? The song still unformed, how can I sing? To take the first step, to sing a new song, to close one's eyes and dive into unknown waters. For a moment, knowing nothing, risking all, but then to discover the waters are friendly, the ground is firm, and the song rises again. Out of my mouth come words lifting the wind, and I hear for the first time the song that has been in my heart, silent, unknown, even to me.
When we start the Shirat Hayam, we have actually two songs in the Song of the Sea. The first is Moses, Az Yashir Moshe, but then Miriam also has her song, Vatikach Miriam, and called Miriam the prophet to everyone. Vatikach Miriam Hanaviyah Achot Aharon et tatov beyadah vatetzena chol hanashim achareha betupim uvimcholot vata'an lahem Miriam shiru ladonai ki ga'o ga'a sus verochvo ramavayam.
And as we cross the sea, of course, the heart of the story is redemption. And so we go from slavery to freedom, but we're always on that road to redemption.
O mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, O mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot o seifele nora tehilot O Yosef Elem, won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever have, redemption song. Redemption, 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 redemption. Wandering in the desert, so easy to feel alone. We all need to know redemption from a hand stronger than our own. From a hand stronger than our own. From a hand stronger than our own. Redemption, 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 redemption.
Held under suspicion, we fight till the break of day, demanding names as a means to justify. In a war of attrition, we never walk the same way, but by letting go, we find a way to rise. Redemption, 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 redemption. So now we've made it back from the wilderness and crossed forth yet again back to New Brunswick, where, of course, there's a lot of Jewish activity going on in the next few weeks. So I'm just going to share with you a few exciting things, one of which is Cabaret Night. Tomorrow evening, we continue our musical festival and celebration, just like our people did. So Cabaret Night will be at 7:30 tomorrow night. It will be the same way you're watching this service, either on our website, on YouTube, on Facebook. And we request a $5 donation, as all of the money collected on Cabaret Night goes towards the next generation learning how to make music and sing their own songs. So that should be very exciting. I had a sneak peek of parts of it. It's going to be awesome. So please join us for our virtual Cabaret Night. As usual, you can check your Monday or your Friday emails for everything happening over the next few weeks here at Anshe Emeth. We have our Ohavei Tarbut next weekend, Jazz Without Borders at 8 o'clock. We have Keepers of Jewish Excellence a week from Monday with Sheila Katz at 7:30. We also have Purim coming up, so you can find the order form for your Mishloach Manot in tonight's email or in the weekly announcements or on our website, as well as our drive-through Purim Carnival to support the youth groups at the end of February for Purim. So be sure to tune in to all of your emails, because there's so much going on and we want to be able to share and celebrate with you. And of course, as we celebrate and we feel the joy of Shabbat, we think about those in our community and in our world who are greatly in need of healing. And we join together tonight in ancient words that Moses sang about his sister Miriam when she was sick. El na rafana la, please heal her. In this way, we too continue our generations, and we connect to those who came before us and those who will come after us as we join our prayers together in these words of healing. El na rafana la, El na rafana la, El na rafana la, El
I pray. And Moses cried, Heal Miriam, this I pray. Hail Narefanala, Hail Narefanala, Hail Narefanala, Hail Narefanala.
We continue with Aleinu on page 282. Please rise in body or spirit.
Aleinu לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Let the time not be distant, O God, when all shall turn to you in love, when corruption and evil shall give way to integrity and goodness, when superstition shall no longer enslave the mind, nor idolatry blind the eye. O may all created in your image become one in spirit and one in friendship, forever united in your service. Then shall your realm be established on earth, and the word of your prophet fulfilled. Adonai will reign forever and ever.
ונאמר כי פדה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד, ושמו אחד, ושמו אחד.
The light of life is a finite flame. Like the Shabbat candles, life is kindled. It burns, it glows, it is radiant with warmth and beauty. But soon it fades, its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance and our life burns down and gutters. There is an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen, yet we do not despair, for we are more than a memory slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives, we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. At this point in our service, we remember all of those who lit the way for us, and we keep their memories alive in our thoughts and our actions. We remember those who passed away in the last month in our temple community. Elias Frodmowich, father of Barbara Reese, Bernie Fromowich, and Irene Roberts, grandfather of Tyler, Robbie, Emily, Ethan, and Ryan. We remember Betsy Fruitman, wife of Lou of blessed memory, mother of Marla Strumminger, Lisa Fruitman, and Pamela Goulds, sister of Linda Wine, grandmother of Jared, Phoebe, Amanda, Joshua, Jeffrey, and Jason. We remember Shirley Lubsher, wife of Lou of blessed memory, mother of Jeremy and Howard, grandmother of Stephen, Evan, Allie, Remy, and Sam. We remember Dolores Ames, wife of Don of blessed memory, mother of Andrew, Stephen, and Clifford, grandmother of Gregory, Charles, Lori, Robert, Sarah, Elizabeth, and Stephanie, great-grandmother of George and Henry, Edward and Philip, Violet, Desmond, and Saffron, Samson, Hannah, and Amelia, Jake, and Zoe. We remember Regina Ginny Mayer, wife of Bill of blessed memory, mother of Sandy, Jill, Suzanne, grandmother of Lindsay, Morgan, Jade, Zachary, Cole, Tori, and Skylar, great-grandmother of Olivia and Piper. And to these names, we add those names in our hearts and the names that are inscribed all around our building as we join together to honor their memories with the ancient words of Kaddish Yatom. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah,
Amen.
Be'alma divrach iruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayachon u'vyomechon u'v'chayeh dekol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemeh dekudesha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehei shalom rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen.
Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru Amen. We close this evening with a timbrel in our hand as we join together in Miriam's song on page 342, or if you have the large Sidurim, on 646. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And Miriam was a weaver of unique variety. The tapestry she wove was one which sang our history. With every thread and every strand she crafted her delight. A woman touched with spirit, she dances toward the light. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long.
As Miriam stood upon the shores and gazed across the sea, the wonder of this miracle she soon came to believe. Whoever thought the sea would part with an outstretched hand, and we would pass to freedom and march to the promised land.
And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. And Miriam the prophet took her timbrel in her hand, and all the women followed her, just as she had planned. And Miriam raised her voice in song. She sang with praise and might. We've just lived through a miracle. We're gonna dance tonight. And the women dancing with their timbrels followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long. One more time. And the women dancing with their timbrel followed Miriam as she sang her song. Sing a song to the one whom we've exalted. Miriam and the women danced and danced the whole night long.
What a fitting way to end our service. Also, the Yortzeit of Debbie Friedman, who wrote this melody and a few of the other ones we used tonight. So we honor her memory on her 10th Yortzeit this year as well, and wish you all a festive and joyous Shabbat, just as our ancestors had as they crossed the sea. And with that, we join in more sweetness with Cantor Stanton and Kiddush.
Vayhi erev, vayhi voker, yom hashishi, vaychulu hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tzevam, v'echal Elohim bayom hashvi'i melachto asher asa, vayishbot bayom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa, v'varech Elohim et yom hashvi'i, vayikadesh oto mikol shavat mikol melachto, asher bara Elohim לעשות. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, ורצה בנו, ושבת קודשו, באהבה וברצון הנחיל לנו, זיכרון למעשה וראשית. כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. אמן. לחיים.
L'chaim. And please join with me in Motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Elohim